All right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily. We're in our community development segment already, as you might well have imagined. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to Breakfast Daily. Here we bring you important details of things that are happening in our various communities, throw light on the challenges, and sometimes we bring you some really good stories of things that are happening. Now, this morning is not one of those mornings where we bring you good stories. This one is one of those mornings that we really need to haul, to answer questions, duty bearers, community leaders, ask why on earth, do we have boat safety issues, road safety issues, it's almost like failed communities. This is what, failed leadership in communities. This is what is happening, and if this is not the first time that people are drowning, how come in those communities it doesn't even come to light? That's a problem in and of itself, right? But we're going to go over as our correspondent gets to talk to other people, and then we'll go back to him. And we're going to go over to look at a different story. This time we're going to the New Dwaben South area. It's between the New Dwaben South and Ekwapim North municipalities, a community called Pantoase Dominion City. There's some challenges there, and there's a bridge that connects them to the capital, Koforidua, within the New Dwaben South area. And there are all kinds of issues, road issues, bridge issues, and all of that. We have a report for you. Let's take a look at this report. Let's hear what the challenges they are facing there are like, and we'll come back and talk to the relevant people.
Driver di oma besi omu ntimi ma ebi jina krotia ebi nso jina nafo ye bobna ye bridge yo nkwala yo nti e ba sa no mi bedu be ya 7 o'clock na etwase me de nkwala ne koda obi fie na ade eche a ya ba ye fie ye koda ye ne tie mo me bra ba akoma wuli bi bo udin wanya ne ba bi ko offense yi mu pe bibi twa ne nan ase eno anu ni wuo ne nan hoye yes tete biara anye ye yes sremo oman panimfo ene naboafo mutwa mani hwe yen na ye bre.
That is Elizabeth Amoa, a mother of 3 and a resident of Pantoase Dominion City, recounting how she lost her close relative who tried crossing the river which overflowed its banks few years ago. Just like Elizabeth, several residents also go through difficult times accessing their homes whenever it rains, as the only bridge linking the Pantoase Dominion City community to Koforidua becomes unmotorable.
Between amne mo kase me de me ba eco school kwala ni susua yetumi koja wo mu kwan wo school mu ne enso ya kwose ye kwakodi ye pa ye kosa na se bi ensuo eto ne aba bedu fie ya bra enam kwala na ye medu fie ne bridge ye ayiri nti no nesese ye safa nsuo mu ne ye besen kokofa ye ma free school mu ebu a ye bedu ya na bridge no na enyi ye so ye be kokofa kwala na ye be ba bedu ha no na bridge na yiri ye begina ha ye nya mema bi a ye begina ha gina ha no mo besoso ye ne ye mamu ne ye die betwa esese ye gina akopem te ama nsuo no e betwa
yiri a na chese mofra no ni twa kora edire ti ebitimi da obi fie eji sensuo na kofom ansa na batan ya kofa ye ma wo ni sensuo a waka anya sa no so be twen be 11 na sentwa enko fema na chese oba obi nchen enkrofo meka se nipa be 3 kra na ewu wo sa bridge ho
Bridge say ye no mfi be sen.
Bridge say anye kra be say 2010 and akusu yes a bridge we. Oh ya kakra no na kete o ye bridge no to na sase so what ya say na bridge no yen say na ototo to kwan ni fia sa na o yes a bridge we. Oh ka bridge we na nka kwan kra na ha ne be bi na da ba bi fufu kra no ye ho aye na amafo nya kwan me meto asase wa 2010 and I meto asase wa. Oh ya betra so many yanka sa ni agba fore ayi iska da lord association ya gigi iska sa na etu betwa lord kwan afa.
This bridge, which was constructed by a resident, was done about 10 years ago. The resident sold portions of his lands to fund the construction. The bridge, however, no longer serves its purpose to the over 3,000 residents in the area, since they find it difficult accessing their homes during rainy seasons, as they near the river, which flows underneath the bridge, overflows its banks. I caught up with some vehicle owners in the area. And then seek her thoughts on using this particular stretch all the time. Tell us, what sort of thing do you go through whenever you are using this particular stretch?
It's very stressful. Sometimes it breaks our exhaust. Our exhaust always get on. Even yesterday, I have to go to the mechanic for them to repair it for me. So it's very stressful using this stretch. And sometimes when it rains too, it's an eyesore. You can't cross. Last time I went for classes during the weekends. It was Saturday. I came here, it rained. I came around, so it was 6. The whole place has flooded, so I couldn't use it. I have to stay at the shore and wait till 11 p.m. for it to go down before I was able to cross. Even someone helped me to cross it.
Whenever it rains, it's overrated, and you can't use cars to pass there. One of my friends, it dragged his car away, so it's very dangerous. Yes, so we need.
The place, are you afraid?
Yeah, we are afraid, very afraid.
With the country set to enter the raining seasons, the fear of the resident has heightened as landlords say they expect a number of tenants to move away from their rented homes.
It has been very, very difficult since I came to Green Hills, especially when it rains. You can't come to your house. There's a bridge that has broken down and nobody crosses. No cars can come. If you're forced to come, the water will take you away. So if we could get some help from the assembly or whoever is concerned to come and support us or to come and help us. And our fear is, since we are entering the rainy season, it's going to be worse. No taxi will bring us home. When you don't come home early, it means you sleep outside until everything subsides. So our fear is making us sick.
Michael Asamoah, the chairman of the Dominion City Landlords Association, is not a happy man.
For the past 3 years, we've been complaining about it. I went to Urban Roads. They directed me to the assembly, and that was the end of it. They sent engineers there. Nobody showed up. When it rains, the water overflows its bounds, and for you to cross over, it's a problem. If it rains and you are at the other side, maybe you have to stay there till the following day.
Even though by geographic location, the community is situated in the Akuapem North municipality, they all vote in the New Joburg South constituency during elections. The residents who are accusing both assemblies of neglect say they will boycott the 2024 general elections if the bridge is not reconstructed for them.
Any abattoir we do a mo munye wo madwene say o mo de wo mo box besi ase ye ba beto aba.
All right, so that is in the Pantoase Dominion City community, an area that's close to between the Akuapem North municipality and the New Joburg South municipality. Of course, our correspondent Ni Kanaku brought us that report there. And the community has about 3,000 residents. And so, of course, the bridge serves these 3,000 residents. And somehow it's been, we've sat by and watched, all this while. And unfortunately, disaster may strike. So far, what is happening is that it's basically limiting people's ability to move whenever there's a swelling of the river, through flooding as a result of rainfall and all of that. But, is that what we're going to do? Wait till, we get to the point where, some unfortunate disaster happens. Well, our correspondent has joined us on the line. Neil Ni Kanako has joined us on the. Good morning, Neil.
Good morning, Gugu.
Yes, how are you doing?
We're managing by the good grace of God.
All right. Now, which of the assemblies is this Pantoase community under?
So, thank you very much. Gugu, geographically, the Pantoase area is under the Akuapem North municipality.
Okay.
But there's been some long-standing issues between the New Japan South and then the Kriapem, that is the Kriapem North municipal area with regards to boundary lines in that particular area. First, the Okrasi area all used to be under New Japan South before it was declared that it was part of the Kriapem North municipality. So when you use the stretch from Abugri to Oyefo and then to Dominion Hills, it enters part of the Kriapem North area. So geographically, according to residents, they are saying that they've been told severally that that area falls under the Kriapem North municipality. And moving from that area to the Kriapem North municipality is almost an hour drive. That is if you want to go and do some paperwork at the assembly. But when you are moving from Pantoase to the New Japan South, if you want to do any paperwork at the assembly or the Lands Commission, it will not take you more than 15 minutes before you get to town. Yes. So business owners and then even residential owners who tried getting some paperwork for their lands that they've acquired, they have been having these challenges along the line. Now,
go ahead.
Yeah. So now the only access route to that particular area, that is when you use the Apokri right to Oyefo and then to Dominion City, where Pantoase is located. There's only one access route, that is a bridge, which was constructed some 10 years ago by a resident, whom, according to the residents in the particular area, sold portions of his land to even fund that particular construction. And yesterday we even recorded some heavy rainstorm around 8 p.m. I'm getting ready to move to that community to check the extent of damage in that particular area, because the resident during the report indicated that anytime the slightest of rainfall, the bridge becomes more trouble for them. So this has been going on for some time now. According to residents, 3 people in the past 3 years have lost their lives due to flooding in that area. That is through that bridge. The river which flows under that bridge is the Nyede River, which, according to residents, almost every time it rains, floods its banks and then gets into those living very close to the bridge. So this has been an issue for residents in that particular area, and they are threatening not to take part in the 2024 general elections if that bridge is not reconstructed for them.
Let me ask you a question about the assembly here. So is it possible that members of both assemblies have driven on this bridge before, which was constructed not by their assemblies but by an individual, and they are watching on as this bridge deteriorates?
Yes, according to residents, during the 2016 general elections, the current member of parliament for the area visited that community to campaign. They have people from the New Japan South area visiting, politicians visiting that community to engage residents in the area to vote for them. So heavy members in government have also done same, that is using that particular bridge, but they were not able to let me know if they received delegation from the New Japan, the other side, that is the Kriapem North municipality, that is politicians from the Kriapem North municipality. But what they confirmed to me is politicians from New Japan South visited the community to engage residents during the campaign time and then the 2020 general elections as well. Have you
been able to reach out to any, many members of these district assemblies to find, or municipal assemblies to find out what their take on this situation is concerned? Because this was not built by any of them. This was built by an individual. And so at the least they can do is to reinforce the bridge and put it in a condition that will make it motorable for everybody.
Yeah, but so the resident indicated to me that some engineers have been asked to come from the New Japan South area, but up to now they are yet to even visit the community. And because of the long-standing issue with regards to boundary lines, so has also become a challenge for them because nobody wants to take responsibility for that. You know, it boils down to some funds which would come from the assembly if the bridge needs to be reconstructed. So it seems like they are all pulling back on that particular issue. The Cape North municipality is pulling back. The New Japan South Municipal Assembly, that is officials from that side, are also pulling back since it involves some money which needs to be given this out for a contractor to go back to site and then work on that particular bridge. We are still trying to find out the responsible assembly that engages the people with regards to the collection of property rates and other taxes in that particular area before we can make an informed decision.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the things that we can use to lock them down because whenever there's a problem, people want it to be somebody else's problem. But whenever you get a chance to collect property rates and you are looking for, internally generated funds as an assembly, I'm sure they want to include as many people as possible within, the jurisdiction. And so it would be good to find out who it is that has actually been collecting property rates. That's the person that we should hold accountable. Neil, thank you very much for bringing this story to light. We appreciate your time too. Thank you.
All right.
All right. So that was our correspondent, Ni Amate Kanako, from the Eastern region, bringing us this update. Chris, your thoughts on this matter?
So when he said like they are all running away from the responsibility because it actually involves money, I'm like, is that not your job?
Yeah, it is the
Is
job.
that not your job? So whose job is this? Why are you running away from it? Is that not why you were put there?
I'll tell you something also. I can almost bet that there's no engineer. That's why there's no engineer who has come yet.
Yeah.
You know why I'm saying this? Based on what Mr. Abdullahi Mahama, the engineer who we spoke with, said yesterday, he said 90% plus of the assemblies do not have resident engineers.
True.
Right? They have head of works. And those guys are building technologies. They are not engineers.
So this might just be too much
so
for the head of work.
So even though they say that we'll send an engineer, there are no engineers in a lot of these assemblies who will go.
Right.
You know.
Right. And I feel like it's very embarrassing at this point. Embarrassing because you didn't build it.
Yeah. But you're using it.
Exactly. A resident had to sell his own land to build it. So the best you could have done is maintain.
Yeah. Support. Find a way.
Yeah,
if you
support.
Want to, yeah. I mean, I don't understand how it is
and
that
funny
we're getting
enough,
away with
they
this
all use this road.
Yes, they use.
And they are comfortable.
And they come there to come and, if it's an MP, they will come there to come and, convince people to vote for them. If it's an MCE, they have ways to, they use the facility. They use this road and they use this bridge that is there.
And it's sad to think that maybe even the person that came to say, okay, vote for me to be your MP and all that, and now he's the MP and
and nothing's been done.
I don't want to accuse him of not visiting because I don't know if he has.
But you see, again, even though the MP can lobby and can call for support and everything else, it's not part of the MP's responsibility to build structures within the community. It's under the MCE. Do you see? That's the MCE's responsibility. So I would like to find out what the MCE is doing because it's unacceptable.
Very unacceptable.
And now the interesting caveat that every MCE will take is to say, you know what, that area is not under us. That's why all this while they've been arguing about this thing. That they're not clear on who is responsible. I say, whoever collects property rates
is responsible.
Is responsible. Right. It's as simple as that. You cannot take the good when it suits you, and not do the work.
Right.
right? You can't. We will not allow you to do that, right? So if you take property rates, then you must take care of the community.
Yeah.
You are responsible.
And you know, for the fact that the residents are actually threatening not to take part in the elections if we don't fix, like, I understand them. I don't fault them at all. It's very painful, especially for the fact that people have died because of this same issue. So I really understand them. I'm not saying they shouldn't, I mean, that they are wrong or anything, but it's time for actually the people in charge to listen.
Yeah.
Listen, because elections are coming. You will still go back there and ask them and beg them and
so-
say everything to them
so
to vote.
lock down some money, fix this thing, you know, don't wait till election time before you go there and you know, promise them something.
No, really, because it will be embarrassing. And if you can see the
Do you think
trend,
politicians get embarrassed?
and if you no, but if you see the trend now,
Yeah.
you would realize people are beginning to fish out the gimmicks. People are tired. People are now used to this
we are
whole
actually
thing.
no. If in fact, the last election really shook politicians, you know, and I know that they will forget. I know that they will do
But what
business
makes
as
them
usual.
forget? Like, that's what I don't
Because
understand. Why do you forget what happened last
because
time?
there's a feeling that if we have enough money, we can throw it around and, you know, get whatever we want. There's a feeling because they've done it for so long, right? If you throw enough money around, look, there's been some elections recently where people threw money at people, and still people will take the money. They will take the money all right, but we will not, you know, they will not vote in the direction you want them to vote in, right? We have the chairman of the Green Hills Landlords Association from Pantoase, and he's joining us on the line, Michael Asamoah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Yeah.
All right, so talk to us about your association and what your call on authorities is.
Yeah, this association came up when we tried to bring development by ourselves in that area after the government failing to help us. Just recently, about 3 weeks ago, we collected money from all the landlords. Then we make our road, which was very bad. We hired a caterpillar to do all this work. Now you can drive very safely and smoothly within our areas.
Okay.
But see, this bridge is beyond our
your financial capacity.
Yeah. We've gone to the urban roads, we've gone to the assembly, and all on deaf ears.
Why do you think they are struggling to commit to you? What do you think the issue is?
Come again?
What do you think the issue is? What's the challenge? Why do you think that they are, as you go back time and again, they are not minding you?
Let me tell you, this very area is a new developed area coming up, and it's under Equiapim South. Hey, New Driving South.
New Driving South.
Yeah. You see, we don't even have electoral area. We all go to Berfie's place and vote for him. When there is
Berfie is under what? New Driving South?
New Driving South.
Okay.
You come to our area.
Okay.
Since we don't have any electoral area in our place, and we can't walk down to Okrasi,
okay,
we all go and vote for Berfie.
Okay.
But it's not helping us with the development.
All right.
Yes,
go ahead.
We still have another problem. That is our light post.
Okay.
It is all rotten. Just about 2 weeks ago, one with transformer fell down. God so kind, there was nobody around. You see? And there is second one within my community. We've gone to the district manager of ECG. What he told us, I'll let the engineer come and see to it. But as I'm talking to you now, if any heavy rain comes, it's going to fall down. And it has a transformer sitting up there on it.
Wow.
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
so I understand that there's a I don't know if I can call it a dispute as to who is in charge of your area. New Joburg South says on one hand that it's them or it's not them, depending on what it is. If they are looking for money, then it's them. If they are trying to shirk responsibility, they say it's not them. It's for Ekwapim North. What's your experience? As a resident, does Ekwapim North claim your area, or is New Joburg South that's claiming your area?
What I see on most buildings, the new buildings, you see the Ekwapim North people coming around.
I see.
Putting their red marks on the buildings, wanted to collect money from whatever they want to. You see, they will come to this area, they want property rates. But they are not doing anything for us.
So do you pay property rates to Ekwapim North?
Yes, please.
And New Joburg South is quiet on this matter?
I'm sure they know about it.
Okay. And they're allowing it to be, so basically, Ekwapim North is the people we should be talking to.
Yes,
because if they are the ones collecting property rates, then they are responsible for your area.
Sure.
Okay. Do you know who the MC is for Ekwapim North?
It's Nana Dokua. The
Nana-
MC, no, I don't know the name of the MC.
Okay. The MP is Nana Dokua.
Nana Dokua, yeah.
Okay. All right. Michael Asamoah, thank you very much for speaking to us. We really appreciate your time and, trying to help us to understand what's going on there. He's the chairman of the Green Hill Landlords Association. Of course, it's an area within the Pantoase community. They've come together to try and better their lot, but there's a limit to what you can do. And like he said, I mean, it's they've graded the roads and all of that, but the bridge is beyond their financial capacity, so I'm sure if they raise funds over a longer period of time, they may be able to do it. But they are also, not surprisingly, looking at the assembly and saying, listen, you come and collect property rates and all of this. Why are you not coming to fix this bridge? So, yeah, this is what we have. This is the situation. This is the country that we live in. And the president's men on the ground are in charge of these spaces. The MCEs are directly, appointed by His Excellency, the President, and so if you're an MCE, a DCE, a mayor, you are responsible for your areas. And so the MCE of Ekwapim North Municipality, we are asking you questions this morning. Now, maybe it's not you that's responsible. Maybe it's New Joburg South. Well, let us know, because today the discussion is on whether New Joburg South or Ekwapim North is claiming the Pantoase area. According to Michael, who is the chairman of the Landlords Association, Ekwapim North, you've been collecting property rates. And Ekwapim South, New Joburg South has not said anything about it, and they don't come around to collect property rates. So what do you do with the property rates? Have you been collecting? Is it true that you've been collecting and going to mark buildings and all the rest with your, your signatures? What are you doing? We want to hear from Ekwapim North, the MCE, and those responsible there. It's important for us to know who is in charge of this particular area. How can we have a part of Ghana that there's no assembly who's coming clearly and boldly to say it is our area, and this is what we're going to be doing about what is going on there?